for those who are listening right now, I don't know, maybe a tip on how you, I don't know, how you look at it or how you go about going beyond your job and striving for something more in your career. Because I feel like a lot of people want that. Do you?
I think they do, but to your point, they don't know how to do it, or they're not actively taking actions to do that. And so I think it's to my earlier point, and I've heard this analogy used before, but you have to make the time. There's like, I could never read all my email. Like those are never going to get done. But if I spend all my time on my email, I'm not going to get to anything else. And so I think you really need to figure out what are your values. And then you need to make sure that you're setting aside time to do that. And the analogy I was going to use, which people have heard of, it's where they take the jar and they put the big rocks in. Like, what are your big rocks, right? Because or marbles, whatever it is. Because if you put all
Yes.
the sand in first, you put all the little stuff in first,
Mm,
the rocks don't fit, right? Because it just doesn't work that way, right? So you have to, whatever they are, like these are some things that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about other things too, but you've got to just make sure that you're making time for those things, because if you don't, your time will just be all eaten up in emails or other things where you don't really feel like you're moving the needle or making the impact that you want to. So if you haven't yet, figure out what those things are, block time on your calendar, carve them out.
mm,
And I'm big on accountability too. So
mm,
tell people, because they will hold you accountable. Tell them, like,
mm,
every time I interviewed for a job, or I tell my manager, like, these are things that are really important to me. Like, I was at the board meeting for a week, or I'm going to go to this Move for Hunger truck pull and I'm going to be gone this day. This is important to me, because I feel like people then also hold you accountable to those things, because you've publicly said, I'm doing these things. This
mm.
is how you should expect me to show up. And then I feel it's almost maybe it goes back to that fear of failure, like guilt tripping, but like now people know and they're expecting it, and like you can't let them down. Now you have to do it. But that's what I would
Yes.
I would
I
suggest
love
to
that.
people. And you just have to make time for it.